These are scenes from The Three Musketeers, the most widely read novel of all time and a world-acclaimed motion picture. But the whole story has not yet been told. There's much, much more to come.
Push, Porthos! Exert yourself!
The high adventure, the brawling action of Alexander Dumas' historic novel. Everyone knows there are not just three musketeers. D'Artagnan takes the king's oath to make it the Four Musketeers. And here they come, the Four Musketeers, starring Oliver Reed, Raquel Welch, Richard Chamberlain, Michael York, Frank Finlay, Christopher Lee, Geraldine Chaplin, Jean-Pierre Cassel, Simon Ward, Faye Dunaway, and Charlton Heston.
I will not assist in your private murders, madam.
The death of Buckingham for the death of D'Artagnan. Their lives for the sake of France.
You kill Buckingham or have him killed is no matter to me. He's an Englishman and an enemy. But you touch one hair of D'Artagnan's head, and I swear as God is my judge, I'll break you on the wheel with my own hand.
The story of the revenge of Milady. The Four Musketeers. One for all, and all for loving. All for fighting. All for fun.
Away with her. Don't let her get the key!
An all-new production with an all-star cast. The Four Musketeers.
Yeah, it's I loved York as a kid. I loved him in those movies. I loved him in Logan's Run. He just had a quality about him. I actually think the synergy of that Three Musketeers cast is probably unmatched in terms of four players. I mean, even Reed, who basically played himself, a notorious brawling drunk who built a bar to compete with Keith Moon. You know?
But he was one of the most entertaining people in those movies.
Yes,
you know.
Very.
And you notice how he
portrayal.
always threw his hat whenever they'd get into a scrape. He threw his hat into the middle of it, and then he would do all the all the fencing and everything, and then pick up his hat at the end. You know?
I did not know that the books by Dumas were actually based on a real D'Artagnan, and there was real life friction between the Musketeers, who were the King's Guards, and the Cardinal's Guards. That was real. Sometimes, and they would brawl over who was more important. And they sometimes did actually start to sword fight each other. So that's what I couldn't really figure that out as a kid. Like, why are these guys, one king, one card, fighting? And then I realized
there's one more aspect to that. There was sort of a quasi civil war going on in France at the time.
That's true.
The battles that we're seeing at the beginning of the first one, they were the Catholics battling the Huguenots, who were the Protestants. Who were perfectly content to live in France, but a lot of them then were driven away to England because England was a Protestant country.
Right.
So I have ancestors on my father's side, my father's father's side, that were Huguenots. So there's some French names. Lamont is one of them. That's a French name, but it's very common in Northern Ireland and in Scotland.
So there's a reference to that in the movie. There's several visual references, but there's a line where they talk about bringing Christian charity to the heathens of on the shores of England or something because they're the Protestant. The humor in the movie is not just visual; it's very cerebral at times. If you can watch that movie 4 or 5 times and get something new out of it every time, including
there's even a line. I don't remember who has the line. One of the Three Musketeers has a line about, "I don't know why we're fighting these people just because they want the Bible in English."
Yeah.
Hi there, everybody. Voice actor Roger Craig Smith here to talk to you about NMOSD. It can paralyze you, it can blind you, it can even kill you in a matter of minutes, but we are very close to a cure. And with that cure could come a cure for cancer. So please go to the Guthrie Jackson Foundation and donate today. Appreciate it.